I think it was also easy. I'm not sure how it worked back in the day, but I think it was easier to get the T8 and 9 in the first place. Getting the T10 was always the hardest, if I'm not wrong, when it comes to experimental chips. But I might be wrong about that. But in general, these things, like I don't know why we have them to start with. Honestly, they could have just brought in like a T8 called Protector and make it secondary focus. But we don't really need these experimental ships like this, in my opinion. Especially the Viesma Oregon just brought nothing in but frustration. And like, people were so annoyed in ranked when people kept spamming only experimentals. Like, you didn't even have to have a certain ship tier, you just spammed through ranked with experimentals. Last season, for example, you could play Mets in tier 8, you could play Viesma in silver, and then you could play Oregon only in tier 10 in gold. So you legit didn't have to play anything non-experimental. It feels so wrong for me to play all these ships without having their like utility. Like, I'm sitting here in a Congress hole, and Congress and Alaska always had radar. Now I have the seal, but I don't have a radar. It feels so wrong not having the radar. And it's also what's kind of frustrating with these new sets is, while the secondaries are pretty decent, your main guns are, they feel kind of dog. Like, they're very inconsistent on all of them, making it not really engaging to play. Like, yeah, you see your firework going into secondaries, but it's just me. I love working main guns more than some AI gunner farming damage for me. I mean, look at these spreads. They're massive. Not to mention that I feel, even though they're probably the same guns, but I feel all of them are somehow held down. Like, for example, I thought I could Citadel, so use a broadside on with a Protector, because I'm pretty sure with an Alaska you can do it. At least at these short ranges. Negative. But it might be me just having a skill issue, and you need to be closer. Now, in the right circumstance, these ships can be pretty strong, especially if you timed the heal really good. But if people know how to play against them, they're not as great anymore. But at least these things are probably gonna be excelling in randoms and ranked. And randoms, again, since you have to play them so aggressive to make them work, it's not always gonna work, and you're gonna be farmed down a lot of times. But in ranked, I think this set will be very annoying in ranked, where we have way more opportunities for close range combat. Not to mention that the secondaries will also work in modes like asymmetric battles. Yeah. And operations. And so on. So, yeah. They're not my kind of toast, honestly. You're giving way too much up for one gimmick. And that gimmick even forces you to play... Like, this gimmick forces me to play so aggressive. Only 1 DD games, so we're clear here though. Like, what would I give right now for... Like, for example, a Viesma would absolutely annihilate that Rishel, you know? Or an Oregon.
Ship is on fire.
Ah, that was dumb. Didn't need to DCP the fires here, to be honest.
Problem solved, sir.
Hello there.
Fighter airborne.
Let's move forward now. My team is still not moving up. They're taking so long. I'm here for quite a time. And yet they still don't move up.
Many thanks. I need help.
I'm just happy that I don't really have an opponent I need to fear besides the Alabama. So I'm just gonna spam HE with the main guns, honestly. I don't. Why are all the BBs hiding? There is only one DD. Like this is why it's so important to read minimap. By the way, guys, there is one DD. We know where it is. Yet all the BBs are afraid. Why are you not pushing A?
The ship is on fire.
Don't get it.
Problem solved, sir.
We need to turn away here now.
The ship is on fire.
One thing you need to pay attention to though with the heal is we have a very, very long cooldown. So keep that in mind with the ship.
The enemy team has taken the lead. Problem solved, sir.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Good, we finished him off. My team finally managed to cap A cap. Congratulations. Only took 3 full HP battleships. 8 minutes. It's crazy, man. Like, wow. Like, think about it, guys. We have 3 BBs, full HP. There's nothing that can harm them, and yet they still take ages to take an objective. That's crazy, man. Hurts my heart. How's that even physically possible, man? Good. We're gonna go now in the north here. We have our heal ready if needed. Actually, I'm gonna cut in here and help against Mets directly. So, this was a pretty good example of the ship, how it can perform. As you can see, yes, it has pretty decent secondary power, but they take way too long to do noticeable damage. Like, unlike with the other experimental ships, you take way too long to dish up the damage, and you really rely on your secondaries, and I really don't like that. Like, I think they're better for the game, because they're nowhere near as broken as the last ones. These ones are not really that powerful. But relying on secondaries is always an F for me. I'm not a big fan of that. All it means is, gameplay-wise, what it's gonna mean is a lot of people will YOLO into you and throw their ship away. Look at this. We're not hitting the
Torpedoes, direct
superstructure.
front.
Doing 0 damage to them.
À toutes les forces présentes. Capturez cette zone. Torpedoes to starboard. Fighter airborne.
At least guy's dead.
Alle
I don't know why you would
Unterstützung.
commit behind an island when I have a hydro.
Fighter destroyed.
Yo, for once the main guns
Ship is
worked a
on
bit.
fire.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Problem solved, sir.
And now we're overcommitted and now we're also gonna die eventually. But at least they lost the DD. Yeah, we're dead. I don't know, man. I don't like these ships that much. Like, the only thing that's remotely fun and I think it's workable with, in randoms as well, is Otaki. And to an extent Varese, because it's a Michelangelo. But Protector, like, I don't see a reason why you would play this, really. I don't think it brings anything to the table. Like, if your main guns would be a bit more consistent, sure, I could see it, but would not play this shit. Like, Met, I would play Mets over this any day. There's still gonna be people spamming it in ranked though. It's gonna be annoying to deal with because it's gonna take a while to kill in those games where you have less players. But that's Protector for you. Now that we covered every experimental ship, you know what's gonna happen to you. They're all secondary focused, they all work. The more damage you take, the better you get. More range and faster reload. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And that's Protector for you.